What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Lifestyle Podcast.
Featuring your host Sonic and your co-host Snuff.
I figured I'd do something a little bit different just to surprise you.
You know, I'm on my toes 99% of the time.
Dun, 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 dun. Topic of the day.
Show queens. The car that doesn't get driven, that doesn't get the love, doesn't get the attention that it deserves. But on show days, yes, everybody loves to see the fucking thing, and that's the only time it ever comes out.
So I'm assuming you're anti-trailer queen.
No way. I couldn't do it. Imagine if you married a model and she's slamming, and then you can't enter her. Or you can only enter her on your birthday and Christmas.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wow. What is that, 10 seconds into the podcast and you with the fucking examples already?
No, I'm just saying, it's
this is
useless.
impressive.
What good is it?
By the way, guys, there's like a drinking game now from what I've heard. Every single time Mr. Homeboy over here happens to have a crazy example, you guys have to take a shot.
Get ready to get fucked up. No, I mean, the best way I can make people understand me is to give assimilations or examples of how I feel about things.
So you would never consider your car to be, or to get to the level of a trailer car, better stated.
All right. I think, even if I molded the entire body on it.
Which no. We'll get into that now, but continue.
I mean, we've talked about it before.
I know.
Let's let these people hear our madness. That is us. To be honest, even if I molded it, I still would not even think about putting it on a trailer before I brought it somewhere.
Until the day you hit one nasty pothole and all the body work you just did cracks.
And I rip off my wrap, and I get to it, and then I rewrap that panel. Oh, wait, I can't even wrap panels, motherfucker.
Oh, you just had your own
You've
brain
been
fart?
holding on to that.
Yeah, I kind of did. I've been having that. I was like, oh, it's going to click. It's going to click eventually. You see, while it looks amazingly beautiful, and we're going to go back to our own knuckleheads in the team, Eddie, with his Ford Probe that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
Fully molded on everything.
But it's such a clean fucking look.
Yes, it looks fucking gorgeous. But you have to be 10 times more on top of it because of stress cracks.
Fuck you. Eddie brings it up here. Eddie goes here, there, in this fucking thing.
Yes, also true.
I mean, come on.
But he has his little nicks and crannies that he has to get taken care of.
And he hides it on a show day.
Yeah, because we know the tricks well already at this rate.
Oh, and I'm just too stupid to understand the tricks? No, I mean, yes, but no.
The thing is, you're too eager. You want to drive the car everywhere.
Yes.
And I get that 100%. But it's like I've been telling you. Even before the podcast thing, I've been telling you the same thing. It gets to a certain point of the amount of man hours, money, parts, and just everything in general of the hell that every single car guy and car girl goes through in this damn scene to get their cars up and running and looking good, that you're not gonna want to drive it everywhere. Like, you're not gonna go to Walmart and park the car there.
I do that in my car now.
You're not gonna take it to a movie.
I do that in my car now. Go ahead.
Continue,
keep going.
You do that now. Because, again, you're not used to the show mentality yet. Because you haven't had a chance to go to an actual car show yet. Like we've been discussing.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to get to the car show. They're going to look at me and be like, shitbox, last place. And then I'm still going to drive my car everywhere.
I'm trash. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Forky, that's who I am, like, in a sense. And then I ask these stupid questions, and I'm sure we've all seen it on Disney Plus, where what is cheese? What is money? And somebody gives him a fucking long explanation. In the first 4 seconds, he's got the fucking attention span of a goldfish, and I'm there. That's me. Hello, I'm trash.
You've given the fans today, like, 7 shots already by this rate?
No, that's like their 4th.
But no, honestly
Drink
speaking,
water, boys and girls.
When it comes to trailer queens, I understand the mentality behind it. I'm not 100% for it. I do see a limitation on when to drive your car and then be like, okay, no, I'm not going to be ignorant or stupid. I'm going to put it on a trailer because it's just the odds of something, God forbid, happening, or, the stress of the road and people driving. Because at the end of the day, it's not, you know how to drive and you know how to handle yourself, but it's the dumb fuck next to you or behind you.
Yeah. Who's listening to the podcast while he's driving and having a few shots. I get it. Cool. Here's my thing.
What? Go.
If you're going to California, Texas, okay, fine. Trailer it. I get it.
Actually, I don't even think anybody has even taken their full show build and driven it cross country. At least I don't think so. Not in the years that I've been at it. I mean, please, by all means, if I'm wrong, DM us on the media page on IG, and I would love to hear the story on that one, and we'll bring it up on the next one because honestly, I don't think. Granted, I'm pretty sure any built car correctly will make it cross country with no issues. It's just me personally, I haven't heard of any stories of, oh, I got my car finished on, Sunday and Tuesday I'm on the road and Vegas, here I come type deal. Like I haven't.
That would be pretty badass. But perfect example, SEMA. What's the right way to say it? SEMA. I always get that mixed up because I got fucking four different languages in my head.
Tomato.
Yeah. But perfect example, people show up with cars there and sometimes they drive them in. And guess what? They're not from that state. I mean, and these are full-on show builds, dude.
Yeah,
1,200 horse.
Looking at they're probably like from the tri-state area of them, I would assume.
Wrong. There's been Jersey cars that show up to Vegas.
Yeah, because they were on a truck.
Not always.
Again, I want to hear the person story of I drove a SEMA build from Jersey to SEMA.
Or like, I don't know, a SEMA build from, let's say, Virginia or something to Jersey. Oh, Jared. People do it, dude. It's a real thing.
Yes. Oh, my God. But I swear to God. Yes, true. He did do it. And he showed up with with the front bumper in the passenger seat.
That is correct.
So, again, my point being, is it doable? Yeah, of course it's fucking doable. Would I personally do it? Fuck no. I don't want to buy a fucking car and then end up here with the bumper in the passenger seat.
Yeah, but parts are all replaceable. And 9/10 of a fucking car game is actually wrenching on your car and enjoying being with your car and modding little stupid things that don't matter. Whether you want to do motor dressings on those little washers like you got on the SUV.
Okay, like I got on Blue. Okay.
You had to touch every single bolt.
Yes.
All right, so if you did that, what's putting on under the bumper? Go ahead, I'll wait.
Yes, it's the same annoyance of doing it.
So if you love your car, you don't mind being inside of it, kind of like your wife.
There we go. Shot number 5.
Yeah.
No, but my point is, I understand the person that gets the car ready, perfect example, to go to SEMA. Now, the amount of attention the car will get in a place like SEMA, media and just everything in general.
A million pictures and...
Do you want to risk driving the car to SEMA?
Depends on the caliber of person.
That's my train of thought. Like, I get it if you're going to drive. Listen, from here to Virginia is not even a drive. Because we've driven it years ago for a Hot Import Night show.
How about in a fixed back seat? On a bucket bride seat? How about that?
No, I mean, your back is going to hurt. And I already see myself pulling over 20 million times for you to stretch out.
No, my ass is already numb from all the pounds I've taken. No, I'm kidding.
He has an OnlyFans, guys, I'm telling you.
I will not release it yet. We did hit over 100K viewers.
Yes, thank you, guys. Honest to God, it has been crazy to see the numbers jump, and this is just through like Apple. To be honest, I haven't even had a chance to check everybody else out. But honestly, thank you everyone that's been listening and just like following the podcast and everything else. So
that link will be dropped eventually, and when I feel comfortable enough and there's enough content on it where I feel like people aren't asking me to
feet pics for $20. Get them while they're hot.
Well, look at the group chat. Amanda's recommending I wear another bunny suit.
If he does it, I'll put a picture of it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure I'll bring interesting subscribers to our podcast.
Sonic's lady decided to say, "Oh, that was cute. You in a little bunny suit dancing around your car. Why don't you wear something for something else, another occasion?" So me jokingly, I kind of put my foot in my mouth and sent them a picture of a rabbit eating a carrot, but it's actually a thong. So you guys can use your imagination of what the carrot actually is.
Wow, this is going to be great. I can't wait to see the screenshots tomorrow about the freaking podcast.
And then she decided to say, "Oh, you won't buy it."
Wow, this escalated quickly.
And now I've threatened to sexually harass Sonic at OC. That was it.
Well, if you guys heard of the bunny run. Oh, no, not the banana run.
I got a banana for that run.
In H2OI. Get ready.
Yeah.
But to go back to this lovely trailer queen discussion.
Useless.
Yes and no. If you're going to put that much money into the car, you're going to do that much work on your car. There's a very thin line of the work part I just said.
Go ahead.
Okay? I've seen people get their cars ready and trailer it to like Englishtown and Echo. That I'm just like, the fuck is the point? Bro, you live in the same state.
That blows my mind.
Okay. And I get it. Maybe the paint is way too fresh. They finished it, a week before. Like I said, there's certain, okay, I get it.
And I wish the judges would based on that. Oh.
And that's another thing we can touch on, because it is annoying sometimes, because I've seen it happen. Even some of the old school guys that used to be in the team before they retired, they would go up against these cars in their classes, and we would all drive our cars to the show.
Yeah, but you got these
This
trailer
guy,
queens
the
that have
other
no
people will
business
come with
being
the same
there.
style car, right off of a trailer that the freaking tires still have the little fucking hairs sticking out of them, of how new they are. So you can tell it has seen nothing of pavement hours or scrapes or anything. And yeah, they would win.
That grinds
So,
my gears.
You know what I mean? And again, this was coming from an era like we've previously talked about. Crazy TVs, crazy paint jobs, speakers everywhere type deal. Everything motorized.
I love that, by the way.
And there are some guys in the team that would, have all that crazy crap in their car, but would sit there, tape up their car.
And drive it down there like
And
a
drive
real
it.
man. Not to say that you're not a real man if you trailer your car. So
No,
don't
it's
come
a different
at me
thing,
with the
because I said
daggers.
I don't. I love driving my build, 100%. But it's like I've told you. Do I love driving my car so much to the point that I'm gonna go and take it to the movies, or out to dinner with my girl, or go take my dad or grandma to freaking.
Depends which car you want to drive, Sonic. You own 11 of them.
Like, listen, that's besides the point, motherfucker. I'm talking about the show queens, all right? I'm talking about the ones that are my paperweights, that really just see shows.
Blue and red.
Blue, red, shadow, rusty. I'm not gonna. Well,
Rusty's
a bad example, because that thing is like an 18-wheeler. It's like freaking 30 feet long.
And
it's
it
a
also sees
76
Hoboken
Cadillac, so
during the summer.
that's a summer car, and I only drive local, and that's it, because gas sucks on that.
Thing's a land yacht. It's beautiful and it looks like a couch.
But let's say, for example, blue and red. I wouldn't. Aside from that, I would be getting a hernia, and I'll have gray hairs growing out of everywhere, of having the car outside, and me having like dinner. I have heartburn, just thinking about it. Because, again, I know where I park and I know what I do. But it's like I'm pretty sure everybody that has a custom car, or not even a crazy custom car, just a car modded.
Has that fear of parking in the parking lot and getting
Goes, parks
Yep.
far away on
Yep.
purpose, comes out of the store.
one jerk off parked on top
that
of you.
one motherfucker that decides to park next to you when they have the entire fucking lot empty for their disposal.
That happens at Target down the block from us all the time.
But that's a perfect example. With that mentality, am I going to park blue there?
No.
No. Am I going to put red there? No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
What do you mean?
No, it's because that damn thing is like a fire truck red, and every single cop thinks, oh man, he's a fucking racer. No, it's a cow. She's not fast. She looks fast, but she's not.
She looks fast parked.
Parked, yes, and at a red light. Ooh, vroom, vroom. But no, not going. But that's
But
besides
still,
the
I
point.
think that's a car you can drive around town and actually enjoy. You refuse to do it because, yes,
Red-
you've heavily modded it, and I get it, and you don't want to see it get fucked up. But still,
Okay, but
if I owned
if
it,
I had to pick the two, one out of the two to drive around more, it would be red.
well then, how come that car doesn't come out with us?
Because I just haven't wanted to bring it out. To be honest, I've had the other ones I
That's
have
a
to drive.
fucking cop out. That's a cop out.
Listen. I have the other cars that need attention too.
No, the
because
CTS is like your whore.
yeah, I mean,
You love that car, yes, and
Yes,
it's
yes.
Day by day it gets more aggressive with every fucking little piece
yeah,
you put on
daily
it.
for the daily. Fucking damn beam.
The daily for the daily for the daily for the daily.
For the daily. But again, we've driven to, like I said, like I was telling you, to Virginia. We've done it. Blue tape everywhere. 50% of the cars, nothing but blue tape on the road.
Okay.
And if it rains, get ready, because it's just tape flapping and leaving the car because it just doesn't want to stick anymore.
Okay.
Get ready for that. But when you're going in the state or an hour drive from where you are, I don't see why you would trailer it. I mean, you get little in my own mind. I'm like, okay, I have little leeway of me enjoying my car.
Yes.
So it's driving on the turnpike, on the parkway, going to a show, coming back from a show.
I'm gonna stop you now, but you're not
Go.
like the regular car guy where car parts break and it's out of commission for a week and you're itching to drive it. No, your cars are ready to go when you say go. Your average car
Because
guy.
I've had to put that mentality in my head. I miss driving blue. I love sitting in that truck, and I love just looking at it all the fucking time. And it sucks whenever I have the cover on it, which is why randomly I just take the cover off just to appreciate the fucking thing. To be honest, why? 'Cause a lot of hard work, a lot of man hours, a lot of years into it.
Sparkly sparkle paint.
To
Sparkly paint.
go drive it on Bergen or the main avenue.
I do that with the Z just to enjoy myself.
Exactly. But again, it's a different mentality because you haven't been placed yet in a real show setting
To know my worth.
to know your worth. Because everyone's told you the same thing.
Oh, God.
Your Z looks good. It looks ready to go. You, in your own mind, you're like, this car is absolute trash.
I'm going to treat it as such.
And this car is nothing.
Going to beat it like a redheaded stepchild. Shot 6.
But that's your mentality. Until you don't have a judge really be like, yo, this is a really fucking dope build. The switch turns on in your head after that.
All right.
Which is going to happen.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not going to happen.
Okay, go.
You know, to a sense, I am absolutely careless about what goes on around me.
Yes.
Do you think that some stranger's opinion of me telling me my car is trash or awesome is going to matter to the sense whether I get to drive it or not or be inside of it?
No. That's not what's going to change. It's a matter of, because I know a million people that wipe their ass with it. And even to a certain degree, I don't really give a shit either. You do when you're young, you know what I mean? But I've been so long in it, I don't care. You know what I mean? So that's a different thing completely. You can have your train of thought. You can have your way of
Mindset.
thinking,
Yeah.
mindset, yes. But when you're in that setting, okay, and these higher-ups that are professional judges. I'm not talking about the rinky-dink Sunday show.
Okay.
I'm talking about real, honest-to-God car competitions. Okay?
Let's use our favorite one, Carlisle, where you pull into the
Carlisle,
tent.
like Hot and Poor Nights. I always come back to these because to this day,
Those are favorites.
not even that they're favorites. They've always been the fun shows, and they're always going to be my favorites, but it's the caliber of judging. White gloves. See where the dirt is. You got to remember, you're going to be going up against 4, 5, 6, 7 cars in your class.
Same car as
It's
mine.
the same Z. So when you're in that mentality, you got to be different, think outside the box, and do what the other ones haven't done.
Okay.
So, again, you can have your mindset. And there's nothing wrong with your mindset. Because I wipe my ass with a million people like my cars and a million people don't. I still love my cars. So whether you like them or hate them, you're still looking at them.
This is true.
That's my mentality of
Okay.
it. You know what I mean? Good publicity, bad publicity is still publicity. It is what it is.
Takashi mindset.
But end of the day, when you're in that world, your mindset changes. Because now it's the me versus you. It's that mindset of competition now that clicks in.
You think I'm going to grab a hold of somebody and be like, you're my enemy?
Will you 100%, knowing your ignorant ass, I can see you walking up to be like, I hate you and I'm coming back. No, I can see you doing that just to piss somebody off. No, mentally in your mind, you will slowly be like, fuck. All right, he's the one. Okay. You'll go around the car, you'll look. How did he beat me with this? Because you have that as your builder mindset clicks in, you know what you've done to your car.
Okay.
So if you see something wrong in the other one, and that other one won over you, you're automatically gonna go into that mode.
And
Be
question
like,
it?
What the fuck? How the fuck did this guy do this? And he has a messy screw here. There's a gap over here. There's something wrong over here. It happens to everyone.
You think I'll tear his car apart?
Mentally, yeah, you're gonna tear the person's car apart.
Oh, no, I don't think I got it in my heart.
Yeah, now.
I don't think I'll ever get there.
Yeah.
That requires a lot of hate.
No, I'm not even saying about hating, because you can still go up to the guy and still be like, yo, dude, end of the day, you got that off and it's a good build. But in the back of your mind,
I'll think I'll have a better
you're
car.
ripping the car apart. It's happened to everyone. It's happened to everyone. I don't care how long you've been in this. It's happened to everyone to a certain degree. The only thing that changes is you mature in the scene. Because let's face it, there's the little babies in the car world. They're the ones that kind of stay to themselves in the car world. They're the ones that are part of groups and teams and whatnot. And they're the ones that mature a little bit more to the point of, I don't care what you think, I really don't care what you think. There's that different chemistry
Different dynamics
and
across
different
the board.
dynamics across
Okay.
the board when it comes to this car scene.
All right.
Like we've talked about before in other topics. But in the back of your mind, if that other car beats you, yeah, you're not going to really care. It's for a piece of plastic trophy. End of the day, let's face it. It's
It
for a
might push
trophy.
me to do more with my car.
You just said it yourself. Is it going to trigger you maybe to do a little bit? This motherfucker.
My
Yeah.
car, to be honest, is never going to be done.
Well, in the car scene, the real car guy, bro, you're never done. You're never fucking done. Do you slow down? Yeah, to a certain degree. I can use myself as a perfect example. Am I gonna go fucking crazy and redo blue?
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
Also, you'd have to take out another mortgage. let's be realistic. Everything in that car, you could probably buy a small condo.
Literally, endless nights, in the cold, in the rain. I've ran over a fucking deer. I've had a muffler fling on me in the road. I've had fuel pop out of my fucking fuel filter. I've had a battery overload and fucking start enlarging. I have seen it. I have done it.
Blowing strut towers.
Blown strut towers. I have actually in the BMW.
I know that. That's what I'm getting at there.
But the point is, have I stopped?
Absolutely
No,
not.
I haven't stopped. What am I doing? Modernizing, changing, few little tricks here,
Reinforcements.
a few little reinforcements over there, stuff that I'm like, you know what? I can do that better now. I can probably change something here and there. Boop, boop. You see me start changing.
I can get rid of this, hide it over here. Now this looks a little bit cleaner.
Exactly. All you do is just you perfect your own formula on how you built your car.
But
Are
I
you
think
100% done? God fucking no.
I think that's where I'm going to get to shy away from things. I'm still going to drive my car and still steal tips and tricks from the people that I go against.
Which is good. And
But
I
I'm
hope you do that.
Still going to drive it.
Yeah, you will. But nowhere near to the amount of level that you drive it now.
All right, well, I'm gonna throw something at you.
Go.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's a fucking huge flex when somebody brings a car in a trailer, but has a cooler cooler truck or car, I should say, pulling it along.
Yes.
That's a fucking flex.
That's
That's when you're putting
a hard
your whole
flex.
junk on the table. And
Yes.
look at this thing.
Yeah. Be like, and I'll pet it too.
Yeah, right.
100%. I'm for
That's
it.
when it's cool.
That's dope as hell because I've seen people do that. I've seen plenty of people do that actually.
If that's not it, that just doesn't do it for me. I look at their car and do I respect it less? A little bit.
Like I said, if it's such a local thing, granted, you still have the same worries around you anyway. But I feel like it's, like the show's 40 minutes away, 30 minutes away. Why are you putting it on a trailer?
I wish judges would take that into consideration.
But coming back to the judges, I really wish they would do that because it's a different ballgame when you have battle scars because you drive it and Joe Schmo right out of a trailer.
His front bumper's not even scraped.
No, you can lick the underneath of the bumper and your tongue's not going to cut open type deal. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's unfair,
And he'll get scored higher than me. I know that, and I'm expecting that. I'm ready for that.
but sadly it's the shit you have to get used to. Like I said, I hope it changes. I believe it has been slowly changing that mindset, and they put those cars in a special category. because it's not really fair to you, to me, that drive our cars. Granted, are they quote unquote daily driven? Not really.
Nope.
But we did drive it to the show, which is an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours away.
I think there should be a class for daily driven.
So
You walk in, they say, wow, this is a beautiful build.
I mean, a few events have been doing daily driven categories. I mean, well, granted, before this whole lovely
And they
COVID
should ask
crap.
you, do you drive this on a regular? Yeah. How many hours? About a week. You say 8 hours a week, they laugh at you and say, nope, go stand over there by the other guys with the big dicks. You drive this in a daily? All right. Daily class. Over 20 hours? Yeah. Back and forth to work every now and again? Yep. You get to go by the dailies. And then that's something
And
that
there are a few of those. I'll be honest.
look like an all-star.
I have met a few people
And that's where I have my confidence.
that have driven their show car, 100% show car, and it is their daily. And honestly, I give them so much goddamn credit.
I'm going to lean back on one of my favorites, Wilder.
Okay.
He brings that shit everywhere. Patterson, Newark, you name it. Dude, it's full wide body, airbags, 3-piece,
No,
the
I
whole
know,
nine.
I know.
That's respectable. If he
Granted.
trailered it to like a car meet, people would give him shit.
You just said it yourself. Why are you trailering a car to a car meet?
Why would you trailer it to a show? You're bringing it to a place? Okay, drive it. It's a car. It belongs on the road. 4 wheels,
See,
motor.
Now you're just going to trigger me because now it's just back to the freaking other topic that we were having between car shows and meets.
Irregardless, I know that's not a word, but I use it sometimes. The fact of the matter being is, I think, and I hope there's judges out there listening and people who run car shows and people in the car community who do agree with me. If your car's a daily and it's modded the hell out and you drive it for more than a few hours,
Kudos. I really do give kudos to the one that,
absolutely.
I mean, granted, everybody's different. Their one car is their show car and daily. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Not everybody can find a hoopty and make that, the point A and point B car and the other one, take care of it a little bit more.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean? So I do give a lot of fucking respect to these people because like I said, I have met a lot of them along the years that when you go, so what's your daily? And the guy's like, no, that's my daily. You're like, how the fuck? Dude, how do you? But they'll stand there and they'll tell you like, no, don't get me wrong. Like my balls are here in my throat. I'm stressing the fuck out. Look at that. I'm going bald. Like, no, they tell you it's
That's
not all
fucked up.
pretty
I'm
and
going
painting.
bald.
It's
Sore spot.
But you get me? It's like, no, I've had my stress and I've had my issues. It's just, this is my show car and my daily. And he'll park it at work and he'll go do errands in it and, drop off the kids at the baseball game type deal and wash it up on a Saturday and Sunday is at a car show
Right,
and winning. Dude,
Let me put something in perspective for you.
respect.
All right. So you've seen these people with the giant chuchetos in the boxes and this, that, and third, the audio
man.
systems and the CRVs and such,
Yes.
right?
I have a funny story about that, but go ahead.
Those people daily those cars, no problem, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? That's a show car. They have whole audio competitions. Those guys have balls to be driving those cars.
Now you're going to trigger me a little bit, just in the sense that,
They're not trailered.
I mean, they're
Face
in a
facts.
category of their own with the chucheros. I'll start with that. You want to know why they're in a category in themselves? Because they're really a lot more the emphasis on audio. It's not so much even how the car even looks.
No,
They all
because a
look
lot of
clean.
those cars are
No,
clean
don't get me wrong.
cars.
There's a few of them that do the audio setup crazy. And then they do, crazy paints or crazy wheels. That's fine and dandy. Those are even in a much smaller subcategory in the audio world, in the chucheto world and everything. Because I've seen VIP cars that look gorgeous and have chuchetos.
That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, and it looks good. My personal taste, not so much with the freaking chucheto part, but overall, yeah, you look at it and be like, okay, it looks good. I like it. You know what I mean? And when I say that, that's something I would personally do as a mod. For me anyway.
By the way, if you're listening to this and you don't know what a chucheto is, it's a absolutely crazy audio system that's usually built into one setup. It's like 13 speakers or
in a box, and they can actually take it outside the
tweeters.
car and put it on
Yeah.
the roof, or usually have a base or the stand on it or whatever with an
That's
equalizer.
the only way we know how to, I guess.
Yeah, that's become the term.
Refer
of it,
to
to be
it?
honest. I really don't know if there's another term for it, but it's just how we know it from from where we live.
It's actually a Spanish word, and
it is a Spanish word.
90% of Dominicans have that in their car, as far as I'm concerned.
Which is true,
'cause
actually. Yeah.
Every man I've met with the loudest system is.
But then it comes into
not
the-
anything but that. Amazing
Okay.
systems.
But I'll give you a funny story. One of the guys on the team, crazy loud setup in his truck,
Oh,
went up against-
the angry midget.
our crazy angry midget, and he went up against the car with chucheros. The car with chucheros beat him, and it was a sound competition.
Oh.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Was that before he has the setup he does now?
Yeah,
So there was somebody louder than that?
yeah, which is crazy because you can't even like my Apple Watch goes off thinking like I'm having a heart attack, and it's just this fucking speakers.
But from your house, I can hear it in my house. You know that, right?
And yeah, I know it's crazy. I know it's stupid loud. But the point is that he lost
To a louder car?
to a technically louder car. Why? Because you have the benefit of taking the speakers outside the car and facing them at the fucking judge. Then the other one that can't remove his. You see where the subcategory. You see where the differences get.
Okay.
So then it comes into the famous argument: are chucheros considered an audio mod?
Absolutely.
You consider that a mod?
Absolutely.
I mean, well, better said, I consider that a mod.
It's
I do
a build,
consider
in
it a mod.
fact, because somebody has to work at it. Somebody has to break
But when
their
it comes
knuckles
to
on
that sound off competition, and now these sound off competitions are fucking crazy. I've seen people actually even take an ambulance, an old ambulance, and everything's a speaker inside.
I
It still looks like a fucking ambulance falling apart on the outside.
I want to know who had the time and effort and money for that.
But, dude, and half of these audio systems cost more than our cars together, which is the even crazier part. I'll be honest.
You don't need a concert. Stand on my hood.
100%. 100%. And it literally makes my mouth drop. But then it goes into when you're going to go into competition of
It's
the
got to be a
audio
lot of
world,
Loctite. Think about that, dude.
everything rattles off these cars. I've seen it happen. I've seen doors rattle off, or a glass shatter, or the roof go up and down so much that it cracks. I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it. But then going back to this, when you're in the audio competition world, you're not looking at a piece of plastic trophy. Bro, you're looking at like a cash payout, like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or $5,000. Do
Okay,
you find it fair, I should say, to the person that can technically, yes, be louder, because at that point you're not really using the acoustics of inside your own car for the extra oomph, because
You're putting it on your roof.
slide down the roof, to the other guy that really can't take his entire setup out. Like, would you put those two together? Is what I don't find like fair, I guess you can say.
I
Because
guess
to a
that's
certain degree,
trailer queen versus non-trailer queen.
Exactly,
But in
it
the
comes back
audio
to that.
world,
but in the audio world, because a lot of people get annoyed as hell. Why the fuck they putting me up against fucking Chuchero? Damn, Chucheros are louder just by default. I mean, their argument has basis
Well,
when you think about it. Because
if that's the case, that makes
you
me
got more
want
bass than me. That's fine. Slide the box out. That's it. You're done.
Ready? I'm gonna go. Ha. All right, so back to Eddie because I love to use him as an example.
Go for it.
His trunk setup will make your chest rattle
Yes.
if you're in his car.
Yes.
It will be loud if you're outside his
And
car.
our little midgets one will give you a heart attack and put you in the hospital.
No,
So-
it'll actually hurt your ears if
no,
you're
I
not
know
covering
it's
your
annoying.
ears
I
while you
can't.
listen
I
to
tell
it.
them I park them in the end of the lines whenever we go to car shows because I just know I'm good. I swear to God.
That's fucked up because I want to park next to him eventually.
That's fine. I'll park you right next to him, but you're gonna be in the other end of the line because I'm not dealing with that all day.
But now I think to myself, it's cooler if you're able to take it out.
And yes, there is a cool factor to it.
So maybe that's how I'll do my
It is a cool
trunk setup.
factor to it. It really
Instead
is.
of doing fiberglass and everything, maybe that's how I should make
a lot
it.
of them that park next to us or around us that have the chucheros out, I tell them to either put merengue or salsa, and I'll start dancing right there in the car show. There's a million videos of me doing it. So, I mean, my party to go to, so I don't. I have fun anywhere, you know me. But the point is there a cool factor to it? Yeah, because technically you can make your stuff louder. Just slide it out. It's just, I guess, it comes into that competition world do you put it next to one that can't take his speakers out of the car or truck or whatever? That's where it comes down to.
Now, would you consider?
Now, would I put a chuchero against a chuchero? Hell yeah, I'll do that all day.
But
Because I find that in the same class.
hold on, would you
for it.
would you consider the guy who could take his car, the speakers out of his car, the show queen, or would you consider that the daily guy?
You know what it is? That's a good one. Because, at least from what I've seen, I can be wrong 5 million times, but at least, again, from what I've seen, 90% are the daily drivens.
No, that you're misunderstanding the question.
Go.
Would you put him in the same category as the person with the trailer?
No. 100% no.
Because he's at that upper epsilon where, all right, yours is nice, but here's my advantage. As the trailer would be the advantage.
Okay, I see where you're getting with that. No, I still wouldn't.
So by that theory, everybody should be able to take out their audio system and throw it up on their fucking roof.
Seriously?
That should be the standard.
That should be a standard, you say. I can see half the people right now getting triggered as
But
hell
think
right
about
now.
it.
That hate chucheros.
If you want to gear up for weapons, you know what I'm saying? If
No,
you're
I
going
get
to
you
load
100%.
your gun with the right ammo,
No, I
and you
get
know
it.
that's going to be a useful tool, why not make it where you can take your setup out and throw it on your roof and say, guess what, my
You
dick
want
is
to know
bigger.
why it hasn't caught on like that?
Because nobody's doing it.
No, it's not. Because
Well,
people are doing
I
it.
haven't seen it done yet.
People are doing it. Bro, look around you in our own town.
No. It has to look like a trunk setup. If it sits in your trunk,
No. Now you just did something completely
and
different.
then you hit a button
I hate to break it to
and
you.
throw it on your roof.
That's a completely
ready.
different ball game. Because that is one of the principal arguments. Is that considered a custom audio setup? To a certain degree.
Yes,
There's
because
there's an asterisk
it's in a fixed
behind that.
situation where it's in there and it looks like it's meant to be a part of it, but you can pull it out and throw it on your roof.
Granted, yes.
And it'll still look good. That would be a dope build.
Yes, 100%. And I'm with you on that.
Oh,
When you
got
build
me.
a little bit more into that. But what happens? Sometimes you come across certain people that have it in their back seat with a seatbelt on it.
I love those because those are the loud guys I'm talking about.
But those are the crazy loud guys. But 80% of them are daily driven.
And you know what?
And
We got
they're
a lot
really not built crazy exteriors to the point that they have to trailer it. So it's a different category.
Hold on, I just got to apologize to the
For what?
Accord and TSX guys because I know
Oh,
you
from
guys
the last episode, you mean?
were very upset with me because I mentioned the Accords being the guys that are usually the people starting certain things going on.
I told you were going to trigger half the internet.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But also, it's pretty cool because those are usually the Chichetto guys.
It is true, but again, it comes down to, is it cool? Yes. When it comes to the audio competition world, would I put it next to a system that doesn't have that quote-unquote advantage?
Capability.
Or capability, better said? No, I wouldn't. That's a different thing. And, I mean, again, this is talking back now, before COVID, when we were actually going to car shows, every other weekend. We would have cars go up against these other cars, and yeah, would some of them beat the Chucheros out? Yeah, there was a few, but chances are the Chucheros were taking them all out, just because of that concept of slide 2-3 boxes out of your back seat and line them in the roof in different angles. Yeah, dude, you can hear the in song from like in
Down
New
the
York.
block, yeah.
You know what I mean? Compared to the other guy, all you really do is lower your windows and pop your trunk.
Acoustics advantage.
Acoustics advantage. So I don't see the fairness, I guess you can say, in that. Because if I have my system built into the car, you have your system built into the car, we can go up against each other, whether I'm a truck and you're a car. Why? The rules are simple. You have 2 subs, I have 2 subs. We fall in that class, so we can go up against each other.
All right. So, speaking of classes,
Go for it.
do you think that guy with the Chichetto contributes to the actual show?
Yes. Because a lot of them throw some really mean salsa and merengue, and you see me nothing but dancing the whole day.
No. Misunderstanding that one. Yes.
I mean, you left yourself
although
open for that one,
cool.
so yes.
Jeez. What I'm saying is, do you feel as though they contribute to the actual car show world as far as, wow, that's a crazy build part of that car? Because no, at that point, it's something that comes out, and I guess
You know
it's a
what it
part
is?
of the car, but it's
If
not
it's-
really a part of the car.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Does it contribute?
It's a double-edged sword, that one. Because while, yes, they're still contributing, inside of the show competition world, now I'm not talking about a me. I'm talking about if you really want to get into the competition side of things in the car stuff. No. No.
Because at the end of the day, they're just a car with speakers.
Yes.
All right, I'm glad we can agree on that.
Yeah, because you got to remember one thing. If all you have is that, all you have is technically the building blocks and the basics that we've been talking about in the past.
You know you're going to get some pissed off Chichito guy from New York.
Oh, no, 100%.
In front of your house and blasting music at 3 a.m. now. Aventura at 3 a.m. Bing, 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 bing. I loved you.
But 100%, they're still contributing, yes. But if they're going to go into the show competition, no. You got to remember, it's two different sides of the coin that we're looking at it. Just because I have been in so many shows and it's been so many years of me doing shows. And I've seen from the outside looking in, I've seen cars with nothing but crazy speakers and a set of wheels. That's it. No tints, no drop, nothing exterior, not even a interior LED kit. It's just a set of wheels and speakers everywhere. And they go and they put it in a show, and coming back from even more outside, let's just face it, people are mean. People are ignorant. You know that whole saying, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it type deal?
Oh, that goes out the window with me.
And no fucking kidding.
Hold on. And I do want to say this. A lot of the times I do come off like a jerk, but 99% of the time I'm kidding. If I'm serious about something, I will stop and I will get serious about it and say, this really pisses me off.
Yeah,
or this is why I'm upset.
But going back to this, I mean, like I said, people are mean. And I've had to stand there and listen and overhear people's conversation. Like, what the fuck is this piece of shit doing here?
That bothers me.
That's annoying, and nobody should have to do that.
Oh.
But also, hold on, as the owner of that mindset now, know where to put your car in, what type of event. I'll give you an even easier example, okay?
But that happens at meets all the time where cars get bashed.
Yeah, but
ready for this?
it's a fucking meat.
Here's the deal with that. You're going to hear everybody's fucking opinion on that. And because it's not a controlled environment, they don't care what you have to say about it.
100%. You really don't have nothing to lose either.
I think that's kind of why I have the mentality I do about my car, where...
But you got to remember, now this person in the car show world paid $40, $50
to hear that the car sucks. Yes.
To hear, not people saying that the car sucks, because you're going to go through a million people when it comes to a car show. People are going to like your car. People are going to be like, yo, why'd you do this? I would have done something different. You're always going to get those.
Okay.
And you're going to get the ones that be like, oh, what the fuck? That thing is hideous. It happens to everybody.
You're going to get the guy who asks, is this rep bumper? Of course it's a rep bumper.
Are these rep wheels? Is this a rep thing? And this is rep that? You're going to get it 100%. But that's different than someone just straight up being an asshole and calling your car trash for no fucking reason.
Which I've gotten that too.
Yeah. I swear to God, you're horrible. But do you get my point? There's a different levels. You can have your opinion on somebody's build. But are you going to straight up go up to a person and be like, this thing's a piece of shit? No, you're not.
Oh, all right.
You got me?
All right,
It's a different thing.
Oh. All right.
What?
So nobody's going to tell me my car's a piece of shit because
Yes.
I paid the money and I'm there and it's a classy environment sometimes depending on where we go for that.
Mm-hmm.
But now would you say, here's a better example.
Okay.
The woman that gets a fully built show car from her husband that just says, here you go, show up to the show with me. I know this is mine, but we're gonna show both of the cars, and you're gonna say you own this one.
I've seen it more times than you can count.
Okay, well, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who trailered his car versus the guy who drove it. The guy who drove it had to deal with slings and arrows of traffic and rock chips and this, that, the third, and swerving in on traffic and having fun, enjoying it his way there.
Right.
The other guy put his paperweight that cost a bunch of money on this trailer, dragged it there, dropped it off there. Benefits. Got it.
Yeah.
They should not be showed together.
No, they should be in different classes.
Okay.
I'm for that.
But now you're going to tell me the person who got the keys handed to them is going to be in the same class as me? Where's the fairness?
There is no fairness. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the bitch is still going to claim it like, oh, yeah, this is my trophy.
Listen.
No, give it back to your man and tell him to take his dick and push it inside his body because now you have best female trophy.
Listen, in my many adventures, all right, in my many adventures, I have seen guys that have two builds and give it to their girl or their wife or whatever, be like, yo, just register under your name because best female ride used to win money. Nothing crazy, but you're still looking at like $200, $300.
Hold on.
What?
You're telling me the Chichetto guys win money.
Yes.
The women win money.
Yes.
Our bids who have like no budget cap will never see $1.
Depending on the show. Chances are, yeah, it's more for your personal, pat on the shoulder.
Oh, so the chick who has a Chichetto, she's winning twice the money. Fuck no. Come on,
no,
man.
listen, it's so many different things that you've just said in one shot, and half of it doesn't even make sense. Some of the shows, I'm talking about big branded car shows.
Okay.
Huntingport Nights, Tuner Evolution's one, Tuner Elite is another one. There's a few more right off the top of my head. OC does it as well, actually. The Virginia Classic Car Show also does it. Best of show categories or best of categories. Those are the payday ones.
Okay.
If you're part of a crew, then biggest crew or best quality or best quantity, whatever it is, or deepest car club has different titles. It's all the same thing. Your group. Some of them come with the cash payout, but to not stray too much from that. That's why they do it. I mean, best female rides, it's an easy given.
That's the same reason the fucking guy who shows up with the fucking expensive paperweight in the trailer.
Is it fair? No, 100%. It's not fucking fair at all. I believe Trailer Queen cars should be in a class and with other trailered cars, just because they're not out.
It's a different caliber of build.
Yeah, it is.
Caliber,
Not even a different style of build, because you two can have the same cars. It's just not fair because you got the bugs. You had a tape up. You have those battle scars underneath the car to deal with. Joe Schmo does not.
He does not have the scrapes.
You know what I mean? Everything is still pristine. Everything is still like
His
day
fenders
one.
are not baconed.
But you get what I'm saying. Is that fair? No, I don't find it fair at all. Now, we have the same car, but you are 20 minutes away from the event, and I'm 6 hours away from the event. Homeboy, I'm trailering it. I don't give a fuck what you say.
That makes sense. But when we're coming in the same state and I see people trailer it,
But you get what I'm saying? The other end,
as
the
we
other
have
side of the
conversation,
coin.
it goes more and more. All right.
You get me? The other side of the coin. If we're both the same type of build, not the same, but you know what I mean. The same amount of mods, I guess you could say, better said. But you're 20 minutes or 30 minutes away, and I'm literally coming from a state that I'm like 4, 5, 6 hours away from. Nah, dude, I'm trailer.
Well, I'm going to explain something to you.
What?
Let's say the show is 30 minutes from your house and it's 6 hours from mine.
Mhm.
Guess what?
You are not driving.
You're a liar. You know
You
I
are
am.
not fucking driving.
I'm telling you, my ass is going to hurt a little bit.
You're not gonna drive.
I think you're wrong. I drive my car everywhere.
Trust me. Yes.
I've driven my car to Brooklyn, for Christ's sake.
In Brooklyn, 6 hours away from us? Really?
Have you seen the roads in Brooklyn?
Granted, yes, I have.
Driving the Manhattan Bridge right now.
Yeah, no, never.
You want to lose a disc on your spine? That's the way to do it. Stiff ass suspension and just fucking hit every pothole you can.
But that has nothing to do with 6-hour drive in a fully modded car.
I think a lot of people who don't drive their cars to shows, and they can say, well, listen, you're at a disadvantage. Maybe I'm more wealthy, or they could throw anything you want
No,
at
that's a
me.
different thing, because that in itself is a different category whatsoever, just because,
Be snobby about it if you want, but the fact of the matter
you know,
is,
it's
I'm going to drive.
It's just a
It's a
different thing.
car.
But like I said, there's the other side of the coin. We're going to the same event. You're 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm 6 hours away. I'm trailering. Okay, I'll give you a better idea. Give you a better way of it. In my head, for me, if it passes more than a 5-hour drive, I will consider trailering. If it's an indoor show.
The gear, right?
Okay?
That's the first thing that comes to my mind. The tents, the tables,
Just
merch.
because of all the gear that I have to bring. Granted, when I started, and back then, I wasn't bringing any gear. I wasn't bringing a display stand. I wasn't bringing cameras. I wasn't bringing a table, a tent, flags. None of that crap existed. It was just me and the car and the rest of the knuckleheads.
Yep.
And then try to figure out, and hopefully we'll find somewhere close. So we're not walking for like 5 miles to get to our hotel room. You know, it was one of those things. But as you grow in the scene, you pick up stuff. You get a show display. Why? Extra points, and it makes the pictures look a little bit more professional. When you see a nice stand next to your car, you know, displaying your mods and whatnot. Flags that display your brand or your logo or your crew. A tent, a table to showcase what you do. See, it's a different thing. Even forget about the tent and the table. I've seen guys have to roll up with their own flags sticking out of half their windows on a 2-seater.
That turns it into a sailboat.
But you know what I mean? I've seen it all. Did they all start like that? No, they didn't. They grew into that. They started picking up things here and there. But again, it's the other side of the coin. Going back to the car girl that gets handed a pretty show car and doesn't know her ass from her elbow. It's not fair at all to the girl that does put in the hard work.
Furthermore,
Go.
the guy who pulls the chichetto out of his car
Mm-hmm.
and that woman are both the same in the sense that they don't necessarily contribute to the car show itself the way that they absolutely should. Just hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Go
get
for it.
my crazy thought out, because you know me.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So that person that takes the chichetto out of the car and then it's just a regular traffic car,
Uh-huh.
and that woman should both not be allowed to be in the same category as us, just for the simple fact that
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily there to display the car for other people to see. You're there just by happenstance. You know what I mean? It's you're not necessarily a
understand.
modded car.
No, I understand. I
Nor
understand.
did you mod the car yourself, nor did you pay to get it modded.
It goes into.
However,
Uh-huh.
the person with the molded trunk with the 13 speakers did that for that show. Did that
No,
for himself.
like I said, I'm 100% for you. I never find it fair to the ones that do put in the work
the woman that
to the ones
wrenched
that don't.
on her own car.
Yeah.
She deserves that respect.
And I'm 100% for that. It just happens to be, it's what you see. Granted, it's going to be, what, 1 full year that we haven't been able to see shows because of this whole COVID thing? So you, like I said, I haven't been able to really have some fun and like pop your cherry at a car show.
See, you waited a year to show me a car show. I waited my life.
You
But
know what
I've
I
been
mean?
to car meets like hell.
And to have some fun. Yeah, but it's a different atmosphere completely. You know, there's an asterisk behind that.
You know what's funny?
What?
I'm not going to say where in Patterson, but was that in Patterson,
Okay.
one of the Avs, and somebody showed up with a Civic that was trailered.
Okay, now were they coming from a very far place? or-
No.
You mean to tell me they're like 2 blocks away type deal?
He owns a shop in Patterson.
Okay.
If he's hearing this, he definitely knows I'm talking about him. That night, he raced a Porsche Boxster.
Oh, so he's a pretty much a race car, full blood.
Motherfucker blew the doors off that Porsche.
Well, that means he probably has so much fucking horsepower that One of those things, if he drives it, he's going to wake up.
That's a reason for a fucking trailer.
Yes, granted, yes.
You're
like
not
I
driving
said,
that block to block 6 hours.
No, of course not. Even to the guys that do have a race car or a full drift car. Some of these guys that have drift cars don't even have plates on them. They don't have insurance on them. They're just a drift car.
Yeah,
You look at them and they're gorgeous, but they're full-blooded, 100% drift cars. Obviously you're gonna trailer it to a show.
Yeah, you're right,
You're always gonna find that one fucktard that's gonna drive it anyway on the parkway
Actually,
or on the turnpike with no license.
I respect that more. Do you know why?
What? Why?
You had the balls to build your drift car, get it tuned for a street, and then get it tuned for fucking a whole track.
True.
Rev limiter bouncing on 7, wop wop wop, and knowing when to shift and when to let it go, and certain clutches, because trust me, those drift clutches are not fun in regular traffic.
Oh no, of course not.
Junior JRM, my favorite mechanic. Plugged him there.
A little plug.
Yeah. Dude, the judges would look at him like he was crazy. Show up in a Z, drive there, beat the piss out of it, drive home. The next show you show up to, they're like, oh, this guy again. I can't wait for him to get on the track. Tears it up. But that's what I respect more than the fucking people with the trailer.
Granted, yes, I get that 100%. Now, if you're gonna, I'm pretty sure if you ask him if he would drive the car X amount of hours, it'll be a different tune.
No, he's brought down to Florida and shit like that. But how long is Florida? 5 hours?
Gay? I wish, bro.
16?
On a good day, it's like 20 something.
But he's driven it down to Florida.
The Z.
Yeah, the Z. So that's why when you tell me I'm not going to sit there for 6 hours and drive.
And he has your same annoying seats in the car?
Actually, my seats are donor seats from him.
Oh, okay. Well.
So here's the deal behind the seats. They were expired, and he had them sitting there in the trash. Of course, you know me. Every now and again, he does.
Expired?
Hear me out.
Oh, jeez.
So they were sitting there, and I'm like, hey, Jay, what are you doing with those seats? He's like, they're garbage. I'm looking over at them, and they're nice. I'm like, no, they're not. He goes, yeah, they're expired. I'm like, all right, so what does that mean to me? It means you can't use them on the track, or otherwise they'll disqualify you. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, all right, Google, eBay, $1,500. Junior, they're trash? Yeah, I'm taking them. He says, if you don't get them out the building by tomorrow, I'm throwing them away. So guess what? I came back, I went and got them. Haha, bride seats, free, via JRM Auto Service.
Dude, I swear to God. I don't even have words for you right now.
That was the nicest thing somebody could do for somebody in the car scene.
Sure.
Give you $1,300 free parts.
I don't think that happens a lot, to be 100% honest.
I'm ready to rock a sticker if he gives it to me. Sponsored by JRM. No, but
Talk about plugs.
Of course, you get close with people. And
No, it happens just in general in the car scene. But going back to the car girl thing, you know what it is too? Going back to the car girl topic in general, sadly, there has not been many females in this car scene.
You're wrong.
Granted, until now. It's been blowing up now.
I was going to give you a slew of them.
No. There's a whole mess of them that they know everything.
P's and Q's.
Yeah, no. They will bring it.
I's.
They will bring it and spank anyone. But I'm happy that's happening already. It was about time. Because when I was going to the car shows, and you're looking at a convention center with 200 cars, 300 cars at most. Out of those 300, maybe 4, 5, 6 were females.
And you know what? Not to shy away from the topic, but I think that's an attractive trait in a female.
It is. Well, I mean, granted, we're car guys anyway, so it's,
No.
it just comes in.
Like, I know Katie can do brakes and change a tire and shit, but every now and again, like, if she gets working on a car, she gets dirty hands and stuff, she gets a little smudge on her face, I'm like,
Oh, wow, this took a turn.
I want to get her home.
Wow. Okay, we're going there.
Nothing but combat boots.
Jesus
The
Christ.
Doc Martens. No, I'm sorry.
Talk
Dude, but
about
it's an
taking a
attractive
turn
thing.
on the exit.
It's an attractive thing.
Yeah, but we're car guys.
And something like that.
We're always gonna find something like that attractive. I think anybody that's listening to this will say the same thing, just because we're car guys. It's one of those things.
But I think the women like that should actually be held a little bit higher.
Yes.
I mean, like, if you can prove you did the work and you have like the pictures and documents,
Right.
I think the judges should score you with more points.
They should.
And I'm not a sexist or anything, or like the toxic male or anything like that, but kudos to them because they're actually in an industry dominated by men, and it's not that it's sad, but it should be a gender like a I guess 50-50 thing. I'd like to say.
Yeah, it should be. Sadly, it's not. I mean, as there been
As it
progress,
grows,
yes,
yeah.
there has been progress. About time there has been. But, you know, again, going down to that, you know, I have met chicks that are in it just because it's cool. They don't know what a fucking 10 mil is at all.
That's the models.
Nothing at all. And don't even get me started with some of the models. Just because I'm me and I don't like nobody touching my car.
Tell them the story with the girl leaning with paint at the door. Tell them.
Perfect example. At a car show, with my truck, day before, washing, waxing, setting it up, getting it ready. So you're there spending a full day practically to
Yep.
get it ready for the show.
Yep.
Okay, fine and dandy. I get, and it's fun and it's cool that people want to take pictures with the car. Girls want to, you know, pose with the car and take pictures of it. I find that awesome, and I'm cool for it. I don't care. But some of the models don't care about your paint, don't care about how your car is.
They got the long nails.
They got the long nails. They got
Rings.
They decide to wear 5 million rings that day for some apparent reason, and they decide to oil themselves up.
Well, you're the Sonic car. Rings is a thing.
Well, fuck you. That's not even the point. The point is, I have had the chance to meet respectable. And what I mean by respectable is that they're like, oh, is it okay if I touch this? Or how would you want me? Is it okay if I don't?
So they don't take
I
their
can make
titties out.
believe in. No, they don't take their titties out.
Ooh.
It's really?
Katie, I don't mean to interrupt you,
No,
but
go.
Katie refuses to allow a girl take a picture with my car with her titties out or her ass out. That's one of the rules.
Okay. I mean, granted, in the shows, girls really don't ever have their titties out.
I mean, no, she's not talking about just shows. She's talking about in general, because of course, you know,
Or randomly, you just have a
If it
random
was-
girl on Burger Line and be like, hey, poof, titties.
no, Burgerline, they'd probably pick up the shirt from like the long shirt by their knees and show the nipples by their knees because titties hang. Gravity is a motherfucker, I'll tell you. But no, what I'm saying is like, even if I want to do a photo shoot, look how many photo shoots I've done with my fucking car. Jesus.
Okay, yes.
She refuses to let a female pose with my car anything less than tasteful, which, to be honest,
It's understandable, though.
when it's more than tasteful, that's when you get the views, that's when you get the this, that, the third.
Of course. I mean, it's one of those things. I know the business well. Sex sells. That's just how it goes. Which is why half of these girls appear in the car shows just to add that extra oomph. I guess you want to call it that. So I understand that concept. My main thing is be respectful. You know what I mean? Just at least ask the guy.
I'm sorry, continue with the story. So you're telling me?
You know what I mean? Oh, I mean, it's one of those things. I'll get back into the story, but it's just one of those things. I had to stop the chick from posing with the truck because she was about to just go nuts on rings, on hands, and, you know, and everything all over my paint. I was like, you know, and I'm not rude about it. I'm not be like, hey, get the fuck off, bitch. I'm not like that either. You know, you drag her by the hair and like, kick her. No, I'm not like that. You know what I mean? I was like, ma'am, please. You gotta break out the ma'am.
The ma'am?
Ma'am, please. Don't touch the car. Can you just make believe you're holding the car or touching the car? I'll Photoshop it in, whatever. Oh, really? And then they give me attitude.
Coño su madre. And bounce.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, like, you don't understand. You can scratch my paint with a million rings you decide to wear on every single finger. And you're leaving your oily butt cheeks on my door. Why? You know how much of a bitch it is to wipe that off the door? My Guire's is good, but it weighs half a fucking bottle, bro. And that shit is expensive. So you, like, ask anybody. I'm weird when it comes to that. I've always been like that.
Well, your paint is custom. It's two-tone blue with the sparkles and so on
But
and
again,
so
it comes down to the same thing. When you put that much effort, time, everything into a build, you really don't want nobody to, like, oomph and, you know, kind of touch something and, you know, and fuck something up that you're going to get heated. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You are going to get heated. Me, They're going to rub up against my car, leave a shit stain on it. I'm
That's
like,
fine. Rip it off and put a brand new piece of
oh,
tape
like,
on
look,
it, right?
now it has character.
You're so stupid.
Those are the straw cleaner arms for me.
But, I mean, and again, going back to the car builds, the female car builds, better said, they are underappreciated.
And that bothers me a lot.
They are underappreciated. And like I said, there's those few that you're just like, why? Go home. This is the wrong hobby for you. But then you get those that you're just like, holy shit. And then even above that are the ones that have figured out the system and have pulled it off.
Have the recipe down.
They have the recipe down. They've gotten the model thing down. They've gotten the car build thing down. And they're making bank out of it.
PR Beauty. First one that pops in my head.
Okay. Faith. Faith is another one. And I've known that girl for years in the days of English Town. Started off doing little things, jumped to doing the bikini contest on the stage in English Town.
Mm-hmm.
Empire the chick has built. I give her credit. I give her kudos. I literally took the hat off. She's gotten the formula down for the business. And it is the way it is. You know what I mean? Can you put on a sexy thong, Snuff, and model your car?
I mean, I could. I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
I've had my ass out next to my car.
I can't wait to see that fucking picture and post it on the blog page for everybody.
I've had my car out my ass out next to Phil's car, the Boost 370 when he had it.
Uh-huh.
Wilder's car, the purple Mustang.
I'm gonna have
Alex,
to talk to Wilder.
The blue Blob Eye.
Okay, gonna have to chat with him.
My buddy with the blue BMW, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Foz.
Okay.
Sad story. It wound up getting burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucked up. I think next to Louis' car, even the red Cadillac.
Okay.
My ass
Really?
comes out easy.
No, really?
Quick.
Wow, that easy. Oh, heard it here. You heard it here first, folks.
You had a hard time getting that out with a smile on your face.
He's an easy one. He's an easy one. You gotta watch out. What is it? Bottle of water? Done deal.
Yeah.
And a bag of chips, Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos. Takis. Oh.
I mean, what's other females that have some pretty dope builds?
Ooh.
What?
Ready for this?
Go.
Let me give you a power couple.
Okay, go for it. I like the power couple thing.
Joey Riz.
Mm-hmm.
And Brittany.
The yellow Saab and the white body
Corolla.
Okay, yes. Cars are dope as shit.
Yes.
In two different styles completely, which is what I find even more amazing.
One's super fucking JDM.
Yep.
And the other one's like super fucking
Super
Euro
clean.
cold.
Yeah, and it's 100% clean. I'm 100% for it. And that's dope as hell.
Who's another one? There's Gabby.
Which one's that one?
Gabby's the pink and black Subaru. She also does her own metal fab and installations and shit.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, she was the one welding in one of her videos I think you just showed
Yep.
me? Yes.
Subframes.
Okay, I mean, hello. Kudos. The chick is welding. I mean, that's not a lot of people can say that.
No, yeah. I know
It's
men
one of
who
those
can't weld.
There's guys that we know that can't weld.
You
so.
say, well, how are we going to do this? MIG or TIG? Your choice. The fuck are you talking about?
You know, so I mean,
said, no welding.
It goes back to the same thing. You give kudos to where you got to give kudos. It is nice to start seeing the females come up in the car scene now and starting to even out the playing field, which is what I personally like, to 100% honest. Because, you know, it's one of those things that overdue, I guess you could say.
You know what I wouldn't be mad at?
What?
If a chick built her own car, had it trailered, and parked next to me. And she beat me out. That I would not be upset about. If
Why?
it was a dude and he trailered it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, why? Because she's a female? Is that it? Is that
I'm
his
not
snuff?
a sexist.
He walked into that one, folks.
But what I'm saying is, she took the time to build it, get it on a trailer,
Oh, no.
get it to me.
I joking aside, I get it 100%. It's one of those things that you do tip the hat off
More credit.
and you give more credit.
Absolutely, because it's
It's
an
not
area
something
that's
you
not
see.
dominated by them.
And it's something you just plain don't see. But I don't know. Like I said, it'll be fun to get the rest of you guys' opinions out there to our lovely listeners. What do you guys think about the car girls in the scene now? Is it long overdue? Is there too many by you? Is there not enough? I don't know. I want to hear your takes on it. What do you think, Snuff?
I mean, it's absolutely overdue. I mean, I've been, of course, on Instagram and, follow for follow and shit like that, but I've seen quite a few 350Zs. One that stands out in my head is Herd 350Z, and it's Turbo 350Z.
Okay.
Kinetics, Tomei, headers, full thing. I think she even got cams done and shit. Full
Okay,
on.
no joke. So the girl
Yeah.
is no joke on the motor build.
The more time I see, I'm on IG, 350Z
You
is
see
a
the
feminine
you see the
car.
progress
So you see people
building
mostly,
up.
yep, between Miatas, between the BRZs.
Miatas is the next thing, but we'll talk about that in another one.
Oh, Christ. Between the BRZs, the Miatas, the Zs, the S2Ks, I'm starting to see them come up more and more, and I love it. I think it's a beautiful thing.
I mean, like I said, we'd love to hear your takes on it. So, definitely drop us a line. You can log on now to the website at c4lifestyle.show. You can leave us a voicemail about all the questions that we ask here and just to get your guys' opinions on it, on the whole car girl community and Trailer Queens versus the daily driven rides.
Word up.
What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow us on the gram and Twitter and whatnot and everything else. And as always, my friends, stay custom because life's too short to stay stock.
Peace.